Guys, we're gonna do some grilled ribs on the Woodfire Grill today. Now these are different than barbecue ribs, so I need you to stick with me on this one. We are actually grilling them the whole way through. We're not doing any like fancy sauces or any of that jazz. We're using a little simple salt, pepper, garlic rub, and a little bit of cumin in there. So this is almost like asado style ribs if we were doing like live fire cooking. But since we're gonna use the Woodfire Grill, we're gonna use some of those smoky pecan pellets in there and give it that good wood fire flavor. But really simple. Before we go any further, let's thank this week's sponsor, BetterHelp, but more on them later. So guys, what have we done to get to this point? Well, we got our 2 racks of ribs out of the packaging, got them all cleaned up, trimmed off the edges, took off that membrane, you know, the normal stuff you do with your ribs, okay? You don't want those little scraggly bits or the chopped off bone parts on the sides, and you want to get that membrane off. Okay, pretty simple. We got it on a tray. We used a little simple salt, pepper, garlic on there. I'm using Uncle Steve's salt, pepper, garlic shake. I'll put a link down below if you want to check them out. But just a light dusting of that, and then a light dusting of the cumin. Okay, cumin is the key on this cook. We're making a savory rib, not like a sweet heat, sweet and smoky, spicy, whatever. We're trying to mimic live fire cooking with minimal seasonings, okay? And then you'll notice on the tray, I got a couple limes. We're gonna go ahead and put those on the grill at some point, and you know, grilled lime brings out the sugars a little bit, and then we're gonna squeeze those limes over the top of the ribs, and it's gonna be amazing. Now guys, we're gonna track the temperatures on these using my Lightning Instant Read thermometer. You know I swear by my ThermoPro products, right? This thing reads within a second accurately. That's a big deal. That's important. Got the LED readout. I suggest you get one of these. Use my link down below. Save you 15% if you use my code. So don't miss out on this. Forget what you know about barbecue ribs. We're gonna cook these till they get about 180, 190, and that's it. These are gonna have some bite to them, a little bit of chew to them. So you're not trying to overcook these. You're not making these fall off the bone. Just kind of suspend those realities, and then know that we're doing a totally different kind of rib right now. Okay. Hope you're with me thus far. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get this fired up. All right, y'all. We got our grill plate in there. We got our Smokin pecan pellets in. Guys, another one, if you want to get some of these Smokin pecan pellets, links down below. It'll save you 10% if you use my link. I would take advantage of it. These things are amazing. They burn much longer than the wood pellets that you get, and they have a cleaner smoke because they're made from all natural pecan shells. Let's turn this bad boy on. We keep it on the grill setting. Temperature medium. Time, we're gonna put it for an hour. It's not gonna take a lot of time like your traditional ribs. I wanna hit that wood fire flavor button, right? Hit start. Let it go through the ignition process, and then it'll go through the preheat for the grill setting, and we'll come back. While we're waiting for that wood fire to fire up, I want to talk about this week's sponsor, BetterHelp. Listen, guys, it's the holidays. I am all over the place. I'm doing some catering for some parties. I obviously got to deal with all our kids, got to get the right present for the wife, right? I am out of control right now, and that's why I love having access to this week's sponsor, BetterHelp. Guys, I can use BetterHelp anytime to speak to a licensed therapist. It doesn't necessarily have to be in my area. I can do it from the comfort of my own home, and I can have someone to talk to help get my thoughts in order. I'm a little scattered brain, especially this time of year. So having someone to talk to is so immeasurable and valuable to me, and that's why I love BetterHelp. Finding a therapist in this day and age is very difficult, but with BetterHelp, all you gotta do is fill out a simple questionnaire, and they'll match you up to a licensed therapist. And if you're not vibing with the therapist they provide for you, it's easy to switch it up and find someone that you do vibe with. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a licensed therapist a lot easier and more affordable than traditional methods. Guys, keeping focused and having mental health is so important these days, so I suggest you hit that link in my video description. If you do, it'll save you 10% on your first month's therapy sessions. So there's really no excuse not to give it a try today. Guys, I love having access to BetterHelp, and I think you will too. Keep that mental health in check, baby. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and being such a great channel partner over the years. All right, back to them ribs. Let's get them on the grill. What do you say? All right, guys. It's telling us to add food, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're going bone side down on these. All right. So we're gonna give it a half hour or so with the bones facing the heating plate, and then you'll still get your smoke and heat from the top, but we don't want to put the meat straight away on the grill grates. So we're going to come back in about a half hour or so, and then we'll give them the flip, and that way we can start getting those nice grill marks on top, and then we'll get the limes on to get those grilling a little bit. All right, let's shut this down, give it all that good smoke. All right, team, it's been about a half hour. It smells so freaking good right now. So like I said, it's not your typical like barbecue ribs, but those are looking pretty dang good. These are more like kind of roasted on the outside right now. We're gonna give them a flip, and then we'll start getting those grill marks on top. All right, let's use our lightning to give a little temp check before I flip. All right, so we're temping. You see that 174. Over here is 156. Okay, guys. So we still got some cooking time. Let's get these limes on. Oops. Get these limes on. Let those start getting a little grilling going on. I'm gonna shut this down and we'll check on another 5 minutes or so. I've done a little moving and grooving, a little flopping these around a little bit, positioning them up. We want to get those good, you know, grill marks all the way across. So we kind of push them up a little bit. But we got some great color going on there. Nice and roasty, toasty. Woo, looking good. While we wait to finish these off, we got our limes right here. And we're just gonna squeeze the juice over the top. Right. This is gonna just give it that nice, fresh, clean flavor. Cut through that the fat that comes with these ribs. Woo. It's good stuff right there, boys and girls. So this cook will be about an hour, give or take. Like I said, we're taking these to like 180 or so, 190, give or take. There's 180. So I'm gonna give it 180 again. So these are all temping out about the right spot. We're gonna give it another 10 minutes just to kind of let that, lime juice cook in a little bit. Give it a little more time to roast. Give it a little more time to break down everything in there. And then we'll go ahead and get them off, let them rest, chop into it, take a bite. All right, y'all, we are done. Give these one last little temp check in here. 190, perfect. It's going in, it's tender, still a little pull, a little tug, no big deal. But it's going in nice. Obviously, the thinner the ribs, the higher the temperature. But in the thick parts here, 190, perfect. And the total cook time is about 50 minutes, give or take. See, there's no bend or anything. There's nothing like you normally see off of like a well done cooked rib, right? Oops. Nothing like you'd see if this was like a smoked barbecue rib. But it's still perfect for these kind of live fire asado ribs that we're going for here, that flavor. Okay, now we're gonna turn this off, let this grill plate cool completely, and then we'll chop into these ribs in a few minutes. Give them about 20 minutes to rest. Time to slice into these. We let this rest for quite a while. I'm just gonna take off one right in the middle here. You guys will see they're juicy, right? Beautiful shine on there. They're basically roasted ribs. They aren't like they're barbecue ribs, right? All right, let's get a bite. All right, y'all, time to get a nice little bite of the rib here. Guys, we got a nice bite through right there, right? We got so much flavor in this thing, right? But it's simple, it's clean. It's not a lot of gobbledygook in there like a normal barbecue rib. Y'all, it's tender, it's juicy. It's a new way of doing ribs that you're probably not used to, or what you think of when you think of, ribs, like barbecue ribs, right? But I suggest you try these grilled ribs. Like I said, it took less than an hour. Simple salt, pepper, garlic, a little bit of cumin, some grilled lime juice on top, right? Give it that good smoky pecan smoke. You guys got that wood fire, and obviously I think you do because you're watching this video. Get some of those smoky pecan pellets. You won't regret it. They work so well in that Woodfire grill and any other smoker too. If you'd like to become a show producer like all the people scrolling in front of me right now, people that know some grilled ribs are money in the bank, right? Sounds about right. There are two ways to join up. Either you hit that Patreon link in my video description or that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we're done. Oh, real quick, thank you to BetterHelp for being such a great channel partner and sponsor this video. Now, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.